Reading slump, the worst phrase for reading people, because it's period of time when you have lost interest in reading. Yeah, we're reading people, just lost interest in books. Every book you pick up, the characters are flat, the writing style is unbearable, and the plot feels unfollowable. Nothing holds your interest longer than 10 or 15 pages. You begin to question yourself if you even like reading in the first place. Yeah, it's happened to me. I'm in a reading slump. So let's try to get out together from this one. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm having a book slump, so it's a really bad thing which can happen with me, and I'm not often have it. And if we say about this year, I will have just the second one, and the first one was really bad for me because I haven't read a lot of books and I didn't make some videos on my channel. So I hope that this book slump period will finish soon, and I decided to take everything in my hand and just change the rules of the game. So I wanted to make some strategy and some methods how to get out of the situation and how to solve this problem, and I don't want it to be like in a deep of depression of not reading. So I'm a fan of books, and I can imagine my reality without reading books or buying them or going to the bookstores for buying some new stories. And I think that it would be really interesting experiment for myself, like, can I survive from this situation? So I most of the time when I read the methods about how to get out of reading slump, I have the information that you need to read more favorite books and more favorite authors. So I think it's not working with me, because I can read just one book of my favorite author and then just finish and have a book slump again. So I need something more powerful in the situation, and I decided to make some strategy. And I decided that the first stage of my strategy would be the books with the atmosphere which I really love. So I'm a thriller and detective reader, and I think that I need to choose the book with a great atmosphere of things and place which I really like in the stories. So it could be some hospitals, it could be some creepy cottages, it could be some vintage things, and probably it would be some nature moments, like some deeply lakes or other things with the shivering and creepy moments, maybe with the monsters. And I think that the first book is really wonderful for my strategy for my first stage, because I decided to read The Asylum, and I actually haven't heard anything about this story. I just bumped on this book in the list with atmosphere, with the creepy moments. So when I decided to read The Asylum, and the story is really interesting by Anastasia, because we will have the mental health hospital, so it would be asylum, and the main character would be the girl with the problem of a memory, and the doctors will try to help her with the remembering of everything which can happen and why she is in the asylum. So I really love the asylum atmosphere and asylum situations, because most of the time such books with this place is really creepy, and they really motivate you read more. So they really make you be a good reader and involving deeply in the story. So what about The Asylum? I really fan of the story, of the coloring, and I think that it's wonderful for me also because I really like the purple and bluish colors. So I think it would be a wonderful thing for myself for starting this vlog about the salvation my problem. So The Asylum I will have in electronic version. I will read this one on my Kindle, and I think that if the story would be involving and deeply depressed and with some black colors, I think it would be wonderful for reading, for involving my attention. So I'm at the 30% of The Asylum, and I want to tell you that I really love this story because it's really atmospheric, and you can be deeply involved in the story, because from the first pages you can understand that you are with the main character in the asylum. So in the mental hospital, and you have problems with the memory, and you can feel all the bad things which can happen with the main character, because the girl, she is about 20s, and she is there because she actually don't remember anything. So from her past, who is she? But she remember her name, but a lot of people who work there, they call her another name, and she all the time said that no, she is not the lady which she thinks. She is Maud, her name is Maud, and she is not Mary. So I really love this idea, because you can, like a reader, you can't believe her, because actually you can understand that she has problems, mental problems, and probably she is the person who you actually don't believe, because you can't understand truth, everything which can say or not. And I really love the atmosphere of the asylum. It's so depressed, it's so deeply and gloomy, it's so dark, and every time when you are with the main character in her room, you can see the gray walls, the bad bed, and that you can be there all the time of the day, and you can go away, and actually we can't understand why the main character can go away. And I really love it's so well paced, and I actually shocked that I read 30% so fast, and for me it was unusual. Also, I love in the story the past jumping, because we can see the life of our girl from the past, when she was somewhere, when she has a job, when she was a girl, and she has some dreams and some knowledges, and we can see that she was a really cool person, she was clever, but something happened with her and she is now in asylum. And I really like the idea that we, with the main character, would try to understand what's going on with the help of the doctor, who just using the hypnosis and will help her to remind the past things. And all these past things we can have only from the moments after the hypnosis. So when we are with the doctor, with the room, and he just do some experimental things with her. So I really love the story and I really enjoy. The characters are really perfect for me. So let's see what's going next, because now my reading slump is so, you know, in the middle, like I wanna continue to read, or I wanna just to break up with this idea and just go to have a cup of coffee, or probably go for a walk. So guys, I finished the story The Asylum, and I wanna tell you that actually it's a wonderful story for getting out of the book slump, because some moments of this book just make me shivering, and to be supportive to the main character, because you like a reader just feel of her just the bad emotions. Also, I like the idea about the battle of doctors in this hospital, because we have main character who is between two doctors, two psychiatrists, and they have different ideas about the treatment, about the girl, about what they need to do with her. Do they need to try to give her the memories or not? And it was really cool, because you like you really can't understand what you can have at the finishing line at the end, and you actually can't explain for yourself in what side you could be, because after some hypnosis, after some of these experiment moments, you can understand that the girl feeling not so bad, not so good. She feels bad about the memories, about things which can happen her in the past, because she is not sure that she actually have it. Story finishing in the interesting moment, and you don't have the continuation, and you need to just try to use your imagination for understanding what's going on. But anyway, I put the story 3 out of 5, and the story is really good. But I want to tell that I'm like a reader who wanted to have a lot of atmosphere. I have it, but actually don't believe in the story a bit, and I need to read more stories, I think, for getting out of the slump, but this story is really cool. So in the stage number 2 in my experiment for getting out of slump is to take the book in a genre which you like, with atmosphere which you like, with the places which you really enjoy in this genre. And I decided to take from my shelves The Guest House. It's a story about the remote house hotel somewhere in the forest, in the island, with the bad weather. And we have here some notes about we have 7 guests, 1 killer, a holiday to remember. So as I understood, it would be like a creepy slasher about the guests in a house, and they will try to survive. So I hope it would be a story about the maniac, because I actually love slashers. I'm a fan of them, and I really love the idea of escaping, because most of the time I like reading escaping books from the houses, and especially I like when we have houses in the forest. So anyway, here we have bingo for myself, for my taste, and I think the guest house would be wonderful for me. And the book is not so big, it's around 300 pages, and I think it, and I hope that it was reading so fast. And now I really have, you know, another mood for reading. So I'm like a player on a field trying to find the star on my shelves for reading next, because I now have, as I told you, the appetite for reading. So let's start reading this story and we'll understand what will happen here. Oh my goodness, I really love the story from the beginning. I'm enjoying the story, and I'm really happy that it starts not from the moment when we are in a house. It starts with the moment when our main character, girl Hannah, just have her memories, her remembering moments about something happened with her boyfriend, and actually we don't know what's going on there for sure. And she just tried to remember everything, doing other things, doing some home deals, but in the one moment she just understood that she has an email to her and her boyfriend about the remote house somewhere in Ireland where they wanted to spend a holiday together when they booked the room, and they need to go somewhere soon. So it's really enjoyable, and I think that our main character, she is a bit weird because she has a bad thing which happened with her in the past, but now she tried to solve this problem and try to continue to her real life without her boyfriend. So actually we don't know what happened with him. The story is really cool, and it starts to be more gloomy because Hannah gets to the hotel and it's not what she expects. It's isolated, not near the village where it was supposed to be. When she finally gets there, she puts a passcode is to check it, but when other people are there, Mohammed and his father Sandeep are retired policemen who didn't want to this house, and we don't know actually why. And during the reading we can understand that everybody who are there, who are the guests, they actually don't have the wish to be here, but actually they just booked the room in the hotel and decided to come for any reasons. Also, I love in the story the moments of the mystic, because Hannah goes into her room during the night and she hears the crying of a small child, and it continued all night, and into the next moment it creeped her out. And when she started to ask other people, they said that they didn't have anything said the night, they haven't heard anything. So, and it was a really creepy moment because she continue to have some moments at night. So guys, I just finished the story, and I finished this in one day, and it's so involving myself. It was so creepy and twisty, and we have a lot of things which can happen with the characters, not only with the Hannah, and it's all the time so, you know, wild, and you can understand for the first moment what the heck going here, because a lot of things, a lot of twists, a lot of moments from the past, a lot of informations which author gives you like for preparing for the next twist, and it was really cool, and I really enjoyed the story. And I want to tell that Abby Frost wrote The Guest House, and it's her first book, and I really enjoy this. I can say that I'm really fan of the creepy houses in the stories, but her creepy house is wonderful. I think that she has a lot of talent to write the places with some bad things which can happen there in the past, because also we have the idea that something happened in the past, somebody lived there, the family, and the creepy moment which connect with them also, because they had the girl and nobody knows about this girl, and nobody actually knows in the present about this girl. So was she real, was she not? And also we have a creepy gardener here who worked with this strange family in the past and who continued to work here. I really love this story. I put this 5 out of 5, and it was really enjoying reading, and now I just have a feel, you know the feel when you have a wonderful great book which you really loved, and you have this feeling inside yourself that you're ready to take another story, to continue reading. And I really appreciate the Guest House and the Asylum, the first book, which they give me involving moments in the idea of reading and continue of my reading way. So great book, a wonderful experiment. So the Asylum, the Guest House, thanks these books again. And I want to tell you that I wanted to continue to read probably thrillers, and probably next video we will see with you on the week of thrilling books reading, something like that, because now I wanted to just go into my shelf, so probably to use the Kindle for searching some interesting and maybe popular thrillers which can give me the creepy moments again. So I think that my experiment was really great, and now I want to continue to read, and I start to have the better mood because I'm so happy having these stories and continue to thinking in my mind now about what stories can I have. So I have one idea about one thriller which was so popular, but I will tell you this in the next video. So thank you for watching my video. If you're also in a book slump, just try to read and make some experiments about the books which you really loved, or maybe the themes, and probably my 2 stages of experiment will can help you to survive from these badly things. So thanks for watching. I will waiting you in the comments about the stories which you really highly recommend about the mental health hospitals, or probably about strange houses. Thank you for watching. See you in next videos. Bye.